look really bad. Jeebus! Why do I look so awful right now? Ah! No! I need to fix that. Where's my hairbrush? Oh, where's my hairbrush? Oh, where's my hairbrush? Oh, where? There's my hairbrush. There it is. Bonus points if you know what that's from. But yeah, anyways, I are live. I are here. I am, well, tired. Very tired. I actually think I'm getting sick, and oh, that's why I'm tired. Very tired as well. Because I took some, Tylenol cold and flu medication, because I think I'm getting a little sick. I can kind of feel it a little bit, so, which is unfortunate. Hopefully this is just like a fleeting thing that doesn't last very long, because otherwise I'm going to be in Edmonton on the weekend and be sick, which will suck. So, what's up? Did you do it yet? Do what yet? Are you talking about like the exhaust? Cause no, the weather was too awful for the bolt to get extracted today, so that'll maybe happen tomorrow, hopefully. And then now, is my header going to be installed right away? No. There is two reasons for that. One is I can't afford to get the exhaust all hooked up because it needs to be modified after I get the header installed. And then two, I also want to do a sort of comparison to see what small tires do versus big tires. And now, also, hi, Eric from Vermont. How's it going? This is Katarina, and I am from Alberta. And I am doing very well, James. Thanks for asking. But actually, it'll be far more than 10 horsepower there, Kevin. Far more. My little header that's in my shed will likely gain me somewhere around 20 to 30, to be honest. Now, if I do the long tube header, it's probably closer to 30 horsepower. Or, sorry, closer to 40 horsepower from that, because of how restrictive that exhaust is. So, right now, that cast iron manifold, right? It reduces flow so much, and it's really, really awful for, that. The way that the ports are, like, so tiny, exhaust doesn't flow very well through it, and then it goes from, like, a 5-inch, like, big, right, opening, down to, like, 1.25 inches, and then 2.25 out the back. It restricts flow so badly that it is just one of those things where, like, a header does a big amount. It doesn't... Now, like, on first-gen Mustangs, though, it's not as big of a difference comparatively, because they don't have that giant canister there, which would have contained a catalytic converter originally. Now, that catalytic converter's long gone. I didn't empty it out, but prior to me owning it, somebody did. And that's okay. I'm more than okay with that, obviously. I just would have been nice, though, because I was fully intending to, like, empty that out and be like, hey, extra power, woo! And then it was already done. It's like, oh, man. Hey, Landon. How goes it? Nice to see you. But yeah, honestly, I'm, so, the exhaust, like I said, is going to happen, but it'll happen... If I can swing it, it'll be next week, as opposed to now. Kevin, no. Just because it's carbureted doesn't mean anything like that. What? That's a weird statement. And maybe more torque since it's a straight 6? Yeah, it'll still produce a lot more horsepower. Like, here's the thing. The torque numbers, though, so the short tube header is going to add, like I said, around 20 to 30 horsepower and probably somewhere around 45 to 50 foot-pounds of torque. Whereas the long tube header is going to be closer to around 40 horsepower and somewhere in the neighborhood of around 60 foot-pounds of torque is my guess. Now, the beauty of it is I run a dyno. We will figure out how much power it actually makes. Come here, Seymour. Oh. You know, on the dyno this summer. And actually, this weekend, as long as the car's back together, before Saturday, she will actually be on the dyno with the small tires. And oh, Edmonton just scored, so now it is 4-2 in that game. But yeah, honestly, like it's gonna be great to see though. And the one thing is, like, I'll eat my words if it doesn't gain that much, but it should, because of how restrictive the stock manifold is. It's amazing. With Hail Mageddon? Huh? What you talking about, Willis? I'm not dealing with any hail up here. What? Or down here, I should say. Is that? Hang on. I thought I heard my neighbor's truck. But maybe I didn't, because he's actually the one working on the car, but he's not working on it right now. Oh no, never mind. That's something totally different. Yeah, it's definitely not his truck. Okay. But that is, you know, just one of these things when it comes to the car. Like, I can't wait to do all these upgrades. And like, so the header will probably be first, followed by the exhaust cutouts. Which, you know, again, it takes money to do all this shit, right? So there's that. That wasn't hail. That was snow. That was all snow there, Ryan. There was zero hail there. That was a full-on blizzard, not hail. But, and it was snowing most of the day today, too, in fact. Hey, Stacy. How's it going, dude? Also, shout out to Stacy in the chat, because he sent me out those ignition boxes, even though technically I didn't need them, but now I have spares at the very least, so we appreciate him and his patronage. Hey, no worries, Kevin. Appreciate you tuning in, even for just a few minutes. Have a good sleep, and I'll catch you later. Good night. Yeah, sorry, I started this live late, because I was binging season 3 of Reacher on Prime, you know, for like the entire day. So yeah, and then I was watching YouTube videos afterwards. But you've been packing up some of your electronics? Oh? So now here's the question, because I know you're like, because you're working out near Medicine Hat. Like, are you moving down to Medicine Hat? Or... Oh, it's a big fat cat. I has a big fat cat. He is a cute fat cat. Yes, he are. And oh, LA has a power play. Oh, illegal check to the head. That's what they called him with? Wow. You don't see that very often. Lease is up in June, and you'll be moving out to the extra farmland. But again, is that in the Medicine Hat area, or is that, you know, whatever else? It was pouring rain, and I didn't feel like getting wet in the 30 feet walking to the garage. Fair. I mean, hey, I was outside, and if you saw my video earlier, which I actually think that being outside in that heavy snow and getting all wet and cold, I think that got me sick, unfortunately. But oh well. And I just used up everything. Fair enough. Fair enough. So that's a little shitty for me, but I'm just gonna have a bunch of like Tylenol cold flu medication to try and get rid of this, and then yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. Hi, fat cat. I has a kitty cat. He is a fluffy boy. He is very cute. But so beyond that, like it's nice because of you know, some of the stuff, I don't have any magnesium. So there's that. There's that. And I don't really have money to go buy stuff right now. I don't. I gotta save my money right now. That's the shitty part. So, hey, Keeper. Hi, Trickets. So yeah, like I said, I just have a nighttime Tylenol cold. So it'll work. It'll work. It's not the end of the world. Because I know this isn't like the Rona or anything. I'm pretty sure this is just a cold from being outside in the awful weather. But because I was out there for a good, I don't know, half hour or so. And then I walked home as well afterwards. And then I was getting some weird text messages from my buddy earlier too, that he was asking if I was up. I was like, yeah. Hi, what's going on? What's up? And then he just says pineapple. And I'm like, okay, weird. And then he talks about my first order. One is male, the other one is geriatric or something like that, or geriated. It was geriated. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what he's talking about. I text him and say, do you have the right person on this? Like, are you trying to, you know, like text somebody else? Ooh, I think McDavid would have been offside even if that went in. So it didn't though. Nice try, had a chance though by Edmonton. It's too early in the morning for Riddle, sir. I mean, it's not even morning. It's evening. It's like 10 o'clock at night. You know. Easy burr. It's actually almost 10:30 at night. But yeah. So you guys will see. Like, I still have a couple more videos in the pipeline that are ready to go, and then come next weekend, I will get. So I think I'm gonna do a couple of dyno videos, to be honest. I want to film a video of, hey, see how much of a difference having the winter tires on the car versus the tall summer tires on the car does for power. You guys are also going to be seeing, I think I want to do a procedure of how it works with the dyno and what's all involved with it. So we shall see, again, how I figure out how to film that. I think part of it will be on my dash cam, and then the other part of it will be with a tripod outside the vehicle and on my phone. I don't really know exactly how I'm going to pull this off, but we'll figure it out. Because, yeah, and then I can show like how we strap the vehicle down and stuff like that. And it might actually give our customers that way, because people do ask me. They're like, hey, so what does it involve with you guys strapping vehicles down? It's like, well, let me tell you, right? Because we use 4 straps in the back, 2 straps up front. Unless it's a front wheel drive, then they get a little weird. You still have 4 straps pulling back, but then how you have it done, so because front wheel drives can be tricky. So you have basically from the rear axle, you have 2 pulling back, and then you have that are X'd, and then you have 2 in the middle that are also X'd. Or actually, I think no, sorry, middle is X'd. Rear might just be straight back. They might do X in the back. I'm trying to remember. And then at the front, it'll just be pulling straight forward, and then it'll work out. Well, and actually, no, so if our dyno was an all-wheel drive dyno, oh, and LA just scored, so now it's 5-2. But we would be strapping an all-wheel drive down similarly to a front-wheel drive, actually, I would think. It depends on, actually, no, we would do it more like a rear-wheel drive. Very similar to a rear-wheel drive, I think. Yeah, no. It'd be identical to strapping down Stitch, to be honest. It's just figuring out exactly how to do it, because we've never ran a WRX on our dyno, because, again, we're a 2-wheel drive dyno. So it's, unless you can disable your haul decks, that's the only way how to get on the dyno. How is Ryan getting on your nerves exactly? He is engaging the conversation very well. He's talking about stuff that's very informative and whatever else. If you have a problem with that, I will just ban you from my channel there, James. I don't care. Like, he's not doing anything wrong at all in that. This is your only warning. You do that again, and you will be banned from my chat, period. And hi, Will Dog. How's it going? See, and let's go for a ride? Where are we going for a ride? What are we taking? Because right now, I only have, like, one functional vehicle. I mean, two, but one doesn't have fuel in it, so I can't go very far. Because I gotta figure out, too, with fuel and stuff, because going up to Edmonton on the weekend, or, I mean, technically I'll be in Devon, but Devon is like an extension of Edmonton, sort of. Get coffee? But where? And where are you finding coffee this late, besides Tim Hortons? Not that I actually drink coffee, fun fact, but... Oh, geez. That's no bueno, dude. I'm glad that you're okay, though, because that could be, awful. Hey, I've done that to save fuel, though, Ryan. I have done that. Like, there was a point where I was running out of fuel coming down the Sundry Hill. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put the car in neutral, shut it off, and then just coast all the way down to the bottom. And I did. It was going pretty quick at the bottom of that hill, to be honest, because luckily there was no cops, because I was going like a $120, just, because there was nothing trying to, like, pull it at all. It was just straight aerodynamics doing that. And then I got it to Shell so I could top up the fuel. Okay, Saber, what do you want, dude? Do you need food? Okay, Saber, hey. Do you need food, buddy? I mean, I have a few RX-7s on the market, like, that are for sale. Like, I think I saw an FC non-convertible for, I think it was $6,000 earlier. I think it was gray. Which doesn't seem like a bad deal at all. You're so confused at the moment? Confused at what? I asked earlier, but didn't get any relief? Well, hopefully you feel better soon, dude. Because, yeah. And sorry, I'm feeding my cats. Because I realized they needs the foods. Meow. 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 There we go. Enjoy, boys. Enjoy. Alright, there we go. I'm coming back. Higher backs. But what is Kagan Parker confused about? Eh? What's confusion? Hiya, Austin. How goes it, dude? Oh, Oilers scored again. It is now 5-3. See, my cats can be picky over food. But I mean, they're on like a strictly wet food diet now. But yeah. Hiya, Perry. How goes it? Wait, was it Corey Perry that scored that goal? It was. Nice little goal from him. Although he kind of cross-checked a dude to the goal. Like straight up, cross-checks him and then scores that. That should not have counted. That should have been a penalty against the Oilers, but welcome to the playoffs. Not everything's called. Well, honestly, this is the first year that I've said that LA is going to beat Edmonton, and it's kind of looking that way. But I don't like Edmonton's chances, especially without having Eckel, right? I don't like their chances at all without Eckel. I'm not a big fan of the goaltending in Edmonton. And yeah, like McDavid and Draisaitl are kind of like injured coming into the playoffs too. Like, don't get me wrong, they're well enough to play, but they're not at 100%. Where like last year they were at 100% and they just like steamrolled LA. It was 4-1 in the series, right? Says the Flames said, hey, last year I actually had Edmonton beating LA, and sure shit they did, and they went all the way to the final there. But Edmonton, like, because the thing is, they got really hot and they stayed hot for quite a while in the year, and then they went to the final. But this year, they got hot and then they got really cold, and they started to play like shit. That was the problem with the Oilers going into the playoffs here. Like, there was a point where I thought the Flames could actually catch the Oilers. And in fact, over the last 15 games, the Flames were on fire. They were 11-2-3 in their last, 15 games. Well, and you know what's funny about that though is with the goaltending, with them, because freaking Bowman said that, oh hey, you know what, our goaltending is fine. There's no worries there. I'm going, are you moronic? Because yeah, no. Edmonton's goaltending is atrocious. They haven't really had good goaltending for a while. I've never liked Stuart Skinner's goaltending. So there's that. So here's the thing. This is kind of a Ryan, welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you coming out. My name is Katarina. I'm a huge automotive enthusiast, but also at the same time, think about this as like you're in your garage with your buddies and you're shooting the shit. You're chatting, whatever else, right? This is kind of how that is. So it goes cars. It can go to like hockey. It does a bunch of different topics, to be honest. Right now we're on the hockey topic, but realistically, it can go right back to cars. It's not that hard at all. But hey, the Flames would be in the playoffs right now if St. Louis didn't go on that crazy run winning 12 games in a row. Like, nobody expected that at all, right? And the Flames were actually doing really well to end the season. And it's just too bad that they couldn't have started that earlier, because right now they'd be in the playoffs if they could have. And then Anderson getting hurt really hurt the team's chances, because the last about 12 games or so, he was injured. So they really only needed an extra win to be in the playoffs. Just one more win, and the Flames could have been in. Oh, they did. They did. And then coincidentally got pummeled in game one. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. The playoffs are going to be very interesting. Like, the one I'm most interested in watching, it's none of the ones, like, none of the series in the West, to be honest. Like, I'm going to watch them. But it's the, is that Bouchard that sent that over the glass? Oh, I think that's a delay of game penalty. That's a bad time to pick it. 100%. And yep, that is. So the LA gets another power play. Oh, that was Waltman. Sorry, Waltman. Number 96. But the Oilers are complaining, though. this is interesting to watch, and you're just seeing like the Oilers just melt down right now completely. And because I had LA winning this in 6 games. Oh, there's a coach's challenge. I don't have the volume on because I don't want or at least I have barely any volume on because I don't want the camera to pick up any copyrighted music that might go on like a commercial or something. So let's see. Does it hit the glass? I don't think it does. It doesn't seem like it does. So what is Edmonton challenging here? This is a weird challenge. I didn't even know you could actually challenge a puck over glass penalty. Oh, and your brother finally sold his old truck this past Saturday. My trailer is finally empty. Yay. Hey, there you go. Nice. Nice. You get your trailer back. He gets some money in his pocket. Win-win, right? That's awesome. Hey, there you go. Well, hey, that's what I do. And let's see here. Yeah, you can't see it from there. Huh. We're gonna see how this goes though. You made $100 for delivery? Hey, there you go. That's all right. Making money, getting your trailer back. Win, 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 win. So let's see. Does the rotation change? Oh, it actually, Edmonton might have a leg to stand on here. Because that actually looked like it changed its rotation because it may have just barely tipped on the glass. So we shall see. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, it's kind of weird because I only have 2 vehicles out front of my house right now. Because the other vehicle's down the block. Stitch is out front of my buddy's place right now. But hopefully, Stitch gets fixed tomorrow. And then, or at least over the next couple of days anyways. And then, yeah, life will be good. And then I'll be able to, like, install a header. Just, then get extra sounds and extra good looks under the hood and stuff. They're taking a long time to look at this. Holy crap. Like, that is, huh. See how this goes. But, yeah, other than that, there's not much. Rascal, where are you going, bud? You're, like, blocking the TV entirely. Oh, this might show... No, that doesn't show anything either. You can't see the puck. You're sick of the rain and wind there? I'm sick of the snow, because we've had quite a bit of snow. No, Rascal, hey, don't jump up there. No. Oh, so Edmonton lost their challenge. So now it should be a 5-on-3 for LA. Oof. Hey, Rascal! Hey, Rascal! Rascal, come here! Come here, buddy! Rascal, come here! Kitten! So it's Wallman and Corey Perry who are serving the penalties for this. Because Wallman's the one that shot it over the glass, and then they have Corey Perry for the extra 2. Because delay a game now. Well, actually, they're both delay of game. You want to get technical because you lose a challenge and it's a delay of game penalty. Hi, Rascal. Come here, Rascal. Rascal. Hi, buddy. Got my kitten. Um, but yeah, and then I haven't heard back from Flash Shark Racing in a bit, and I'm hoping to get an email back soon because I posed them a bit of a like for my next sponsorship deal, because what I was thinking of doing is, so they have whatchamacallit, they have coilovers for an SN95 Mustang. Now they should work on a fox body, to be honest, but I don't know. So as a result, what's going to happen, or what would happen, is I have posed the question to them to say, hey, can you send me those out? If they don't work on my car, I can try and modify it and show what you need to do to modify that, or I will give them away. Because I know the rear ones, which is bolt-in place. That's just a straight bolt-in job, no big deal. The front ones is going to be the interesting one, because I don't know, as an example, I know the camber plates are different between a SN95 and a fox body. But beyond that, I just don't know. Like caster camber plates, like the aftermarket ones that you bolt on top of your shock tower. So we shall see if that works out, because if not, I have an idea for the next thing with their website. Because the problem is I am running out of stuff. Like I am running out of stuff to use on their website for promotional stuff, right? See, I've looked that up and I've seen that. And the thing is, it's a coilover. So you can literally just take the wrench and go and make it lower. And I already know, as a matter of fact, any lowering springs at all or coilovers are going to be a bit different due to the fact that I'm an inline 6 and not a V8, right? The engine itself is about 80 pounds lighter than what a 302 is in the same vehicle. Now, the rear one, the rear is the same weight, unless you have a hatchback, then the hatchback's a little heavier. So yeah. It can, yeah, it can. And I know that I'm going to be battling some of that stuff, because even like four-bagger guys battle this too. When they want, oh hey, lowering springs. That's why, as an example, that so that's why when you look up lowering springs for these vehicles, they don't give you an exact number. They give you a range of how much it'll actually lower the vehicle by. As an example, it'll say anywhere between 1.5 inches to like 2 inches. Just as a rough example, right? And that 1.5 inches is for like four-banger cars, where that 2 inches is for a V8 car. Because like the four-banger cars, four-banger engines are like 280 pounds, I think, where my engine's like 360, and then a 302 is like 440. So yeah, and the inline 6 is, like I said, it's a lot lighter than the 302, but then a 2.3 is a lot lighter than the inline 6 or the 302. Well, I'd be sad if you left, but I understand if you did. That's okay. You have fun in the other live streams, and I hope to see you back, because you're the only one chatting in my chat right now. But no worries, dude. Have fun, and I'll chat with you later. Oh, here's a kitten that's getting scritches. All the scritches in the world. Well, what if I made you a moderator in this stream? Which is really funny, because like my moderators don't really jump in the lives very much anymore. Like, I've been getting Jesse a little more, but you know, other than that, because a lot of my moderators that way are from like when I used to do lives like 2, 3 years ago. So there's that. There is that, kitten. Yes, there is that. Hey, there you go. That's all right. Oh, happy boy. Happy, 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 happy boy. Yeah, so no, it's gonna be very fun, and then as well, I'm gonna have to see how it all works out. Like I said, over the coming weeks, because I need to get some money together to afford my upgrades. You know, with the exhaust and stuff. And then if it works out for, like I said, the suspension upgrades, that'll be cool. But if not, I do have other ideas of maybe like exhaust for my dad's truck potentially. Been thinking about that because they do actually. It's kind of interesting on Flash Shark Racing. They will actually do. So if you look at their kits and whatever else, for the 5.3 LS, they actually have a cold air intake plus header combination that you can get. And now Stitch isn't broken. It's just the exhaust manifold is removed from the vehicle right now, due to the fact that there's that broken bolt that's been stuck in that head for over a year now. So I want to get the header on the car finally, so I'm finally getting it fixed. So technically, Stitch isn't broken, you know. Like, Stitch still runs just fine. Saber, or Rascal, sorry. I'm used to fighting Saber with this. I'm trying to clean your Sherman claws, dude. Because they are sharp as heck. There you go, that's one. Nope. Say, Rascal, Rascal, Rascal. Can you let me do this, buddy? Well, that was a talon. I don't need to get your dew claw. It's not sharp. Your middle finger is though, dude. Come on. Come on. Let me. Normally you like spread out your paws and you make this really easy for me. You're not doing that right now. Can you help me, dude? Help me to help you. Hey, help me to help you. Ah! Ah! No! 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 Don't leave me because I'm trying to trim your claws, you dink. You dink hole. Oh, Edmonton goes on the power play. I didn't actually see what the penalty was. But hey, I know Edmonton will take that. Considering Edmonton's looked like garbage this whole period. They've only had one power play tonight, but they've given up like 5 or 6. Oof, that's rough. That is rough. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, and that's the thing, like, because Rascal, usually, me and my dad, like, tag team cutting Rascal's claws because I'll hold him and then he'll like, put out his paws like this. And so my dad can easily clip him, right? That's kind of our thing, but... Oh. Let's see. McDavid has the puck. Oh, he dances in the middle. Oh, and it gets stripped away from him. Oh. And it just gets stumped into the Oilers zone, and now it's behind the net, and they have to reset. And Draisaitl has it on the wing, throughout the middle, passes it over to Corey Perry, back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl hands it off to McDavid, but he did not acquire the puck, and it just gets dumped back into the Oilers zone. All right, Bouchard has the puck. Passes it back to, is that McDavid? Yeah, that is McDavid. McDavid has it in the middle. He passes it back to Bouchard. Bouchard passes it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to McDavid. Draisaitl shoots. Oh, how did he save that? Newt should have had that goal. Wow. Wow. Hey, Rascal! No! No! You don't need it in there. Hey! Rascal! Rascal! Hey! Come here! Hey, Rascal! You don't need to get underneath the sink. Come here! Come here! Rascal! Come here! Rascal! No! I might have to grab my cat. Hey, Rascal! Okay. Hang on. Dude, come here! Come here. Let me grab you, okay? Oh, okay. There we go. Now just lay down, cuddle, enjoy yourself. Or not. What you doing there, kitten? Wow, like Edmonton isn't getting a lot of chances here on this power play, and they need to if they're going to win this. Hi, Rascal. You're above my head now. You found your perch. Because you like this blanket here, hey? Which this blanket is multi-purposeful. Because it makes it so my back doesn't hurt because this chair needs to be replaced. And it makes it more likable for you. Oh, here we go. Now the Oilers are starting to get chances. And you can just see my kitty just, photobombing here. Eat the fluffy boy. Ooh, we have Gandalf in the chat. How goes it there, Gandalf? Have you gotten the hobbits to Isengard yet? And the kitty left. Very sad. That's okay. That's okay. It's much okay. Oh. Nope. All right. Yeah, hey. Edmonton has 2 minutes to try and tie this with 3:38 left to go in the third. And they have that top line back out there again. But well, and the chat is all but deads. And I can't think of what else to talk about right now. So I think I'm going to call it here. I appreciate everybody coming out to the live. It was just very sporadic and, it was only 40 minutes long, but that's okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, have a good sleep, and I'll catch you later. Bye!